Hey, what's going on YouTube? Here I am just doing a quick video on smaller, cheaper, easy to install parts that you can do to your 3rd gen Tacoma, or probably, you know, it applies to other vehicles too. I just see a lot of videos and they only really touch on the really expensive stuff. So like I could tell that probably overwhelms some people just getting into the hobby. So I'll do a quick list of some of my, you know, more useful, quick, easy, cheaper parts that you can do to your truck. All right, so one of my go-tos when people ask me about a cheap mod would be these Apex valve stems right here. It's like a little over $100 for 4 of these. Now, these, you know, a lot of people were kind of wondering when these first came out how well they'll work years later. Well, I've had them on for about 2 years and they've never leaked since there's a lot of seals and stuff, but these are the best way by far to air down your car. If you're running an awning, make sure to get the bracket that your awning company, your roof rack company makes for awnings. Makes it so much easier, makes the install easier, and makes it look better because, you know, it'll be more of a snug fit and it'll be more roomy, because the brackets that awnings normally come with, they're not designed for your roof rack, so you might as well get one designed for it, and it's only like $100 something, so there you go. Now up here I have like these molly panel things to go on the wind visor on both sides. It's kind of nice if you need to just stick something up there real quick. I don't recommend keeping stuff up there permanent or they'll just fall out, but like my air chuck when I'm off-roading, I just put that in there and stuff like that. So those are a nice addition. You can put some patches and whatnot for the passenger. All right, another kind of cheaper mod. This is about $100 for each of them. But these, they replace, I'll have a link below for these, but they just make these sequential rather than just blink. So if you like aesthetics, it's a nice quick and they're super easy to install. Now, if we come under the hood, probably my favorite one I've done that's in the cheap category, they're about $100, is these struts right here to prop up your hood so you don't need to mess around with the stick or anything. And it also opens it more than just the stick. Makes it really easy to get under the hoods because I have my air compressor right over there and then my dual battery setup. Honestly, just an ease of life mod, and I really enjoy it. And it's around $100, so why not? Now here we are under my truck. One thing I'd recommend is just get a diff skid. You might as well preserve your diff as much as you can if you're actually wheeling your car. Some people, you know, it's debated, you know, do you need it or do you not? I don't know. My diff was really banged up, so I went with the DRT one, and now it's, you know, not getting banged up anymore. So you could do that. That's a couple $100, a little more on the expensive side, but that's a good, you know, use case one for sure. Now, if you have a Tacoma or leaf springs, get a U-bolt flip kit. Those are a couple $100. Definitely worth it so you're not banging on your U-bolts when you're off-roading. Gives you more clearance on your axle. A couple $100, and you know, it'll greatly improve your off-roading capabilities. Now this is a little more on the expensive side, but get a full-size spare when you're off-roading. Makes it way easier. You can continue the trail if you get a flat, and you know, it's just the go-to way. Do not go out on a long adventure if you don't have full-size spares. Kind of the rule of thumb with this stuff. All right, so if you have a bed rack like this, or say you have a 4Runner and a roof rack and you want to mount like a shovel or something on it, these Rhino rack mounts are by far the best mounts. You can look, this one I can't really lock, but here, I'll show you this one. You can lock them too. You just click this and open it up. See, I got my shovel and axe on there. I probably should replace this shovel. I haven't used it in a while and it kind of rusted over. But anyway, these mounts are by far the best. They're better than the rubber ones that anyone could steal because they lock and they're really tight. Like I can shake the whole truck with them. So I highly recommend those. I believe it's about $100 for the pair. So now if you have a spare tire, getting these Rockslide Engineering spare tire, it's like a strap that goes around. I don't even know what you'd call it, and it's like a metal plate to mount something to. I just mount my propane tank to it, but I don't know, if you have a Jeep or a 4Runner and you have a spare tire, you can mount max tracks. You can kind of just mount whatever you want, roto packs, whatever you want. I just went with the propane tank, but that's about $100 to go on your spare, so I recommend getting that if you want to. Here we are inside the truck. This is the off-roam phone holder. Kind of fits any phone. Just goes into the vent. It's a really easy install. The only bad thing about this holder is you kind of lose the usability of this vent, so just take over that one if I was you driving. But anyway, this is one of the better phone holders I found. It's pretty stable and I recommend it. One of the best use case and ease of life mods we've done for camping kitchen and stuff was replacing the, you know, the whatever back tailgate thing. It used to kind of look like that, you know, with ridges. It was uncomfortable to sit on. Setting stuff on it sucked. Snail Armor actually was nice enough to send this to me. Shout out to you, Snail Armor. But you know, you can do like a custom engraving of your ad or whatnot. While I'm at it, go follow me there. Anyway, this really just makes Camp Kitchen 100 times better. Now, this is kind of more a very specific case and won't apply to most people. But if you're doing a custom swing out like I did, go ahead and get a really nice handle. Do not get those like red handled ones and really thin steel, whatever. Those just break get a nice handle. Another cheap, I think it was like 140 bucks or whatever, but get these like visor things for your windows. It's really nice because you could crack your windows when it's pouring or snowing and get some airflow. Yeah, I just really like it. It also prevents, it helps a little bit to when it's raining, if you have to roll your window down, that rain's not gonna get in, especially if water's like pooling off here, that's gonna drip off that or go down this. I don't know. I have it for everything and I enjoy it. I definitely see that it helps. All right, guys, that kind of does it for the quick video on just small upgrades that you can do if you want to buy something for yourself, but you don't want to spend an arm and a leg. You know, those are quick, easy ones, and most of those are pretty easy installs. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. Now, there's definitely some that I could have added, but you know, I can't think of them right now, so they're not in here. That's why. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations of small stuff that I could add or whatnot, go ahead and comment that below and I'll definitely look into it. But thanks guys for watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe.